Okay, as we begin this part, again, here's an overview of what we're drawing. This is the front view, this is the right side view, and this is the left side view, and this is the isometric view. So as you start the orientation, it's pretty important how you build this part so the orientation ends up correct in the view. So I'm going to start from basically, let's say I'm going to start from the left side view of this part and keep extruding it from there. So as you get into SOLIDWORKS file, new, remember this is a part, it's not an assembly yet, and it's not a drawing yet, so we're going to start with the part mode. And the big thing is you always got to make sure that you're starting in the right units. Now, if you look at my drawing, these are all inch decimal units. Those aren't millimeters, those are inches. So down here, you change this to inch, pounds, seconds. Now, your SOLIDWORKS might ask you if that's where if you want to start in inch units or millimeters. All right, for this part, we're going to start drawing this in the right plane. So I'm going to do a sketch and a sketch on the right plane. This is a polygon you're going to start with. So we're going to start with a hex. All right. Now, again, you can see that you have the options over here of how many sides it has. It's inscribed or circumscribed, and so on and so forth. So if you look at the print, right here, it's 1.410. All right, that's from what's called flat to flat. All right. It has 6 sides. Now, a couple things that I want you to take a look at here is, number one, that the center of this circle is at the origin. You want to make sure you have that. Then I'm going to put a relation. If you remember relations are these green things. Now that's a tangent relation with this inscribed circle and that line. So I want to make this relation, I want to make that horizontal. So that guy's, that's laid out flat. Then I'm going to put a dimension from here to here. All right. And that dimension, again, is this guy, 1.140. All right, notice now the geometry is fully defined. It's right here, fully defined, and it's laying flat. All right, now we need to give this the third dimension, so we need to extrude it. And we're going to extrude this dimension right here. This says, this dimension. So we're going to come out 600 thousandths. 0.6. All right, that's a real good start to the top of that shoulder bolt. Okay, from here, now we're just gonna build off of that. We're gonna put this little hex relief in there, you just can't stop your hex. I mean, you can, but this is kind of like a seating surface in the design. And so that's 100 thousandths thick, and that's, again, that same inscribed diameter. So as you look at SOLIDWORKS, if I hit my space bar and take a look at my isometric view, I'm going to want to draw it on this surface. So that's what I'm going to start a sketch on. And again, start that sketch at the origin and make sure that that guy is tangent to that. All right, so I'm going to put a relation here between that and that tangency. So let me do that again so you guys see that. I'm using my control key, selecting that on the circle, and then selecting the edge. And then make that tangent. Now the reason why we do that is because if you ever change the flat to flat dimension of this will automatically update. All right, so then we're going to extrude that. We're going to extrude that at 0.1 and accept that. All right. Now, as we keep building that, we have this diameter, which is not another cylinder at this dimension. So that dimension right there, the 1.14. Again, I'm drawing from the origin. Smart dimension 1.14. Extrude it at 0.1 again. Alright, not too difficult, just a bunch of series of extrusions. Now we want to extrude this large cylinder at that diameter at 1.18. So again, sketch, circle. You're going to put a dimension on there. 1.81. Oh, no, that's not right. 1.18. Alright. 1.18, there it is. And so that one extends from here to here. So it's 3 inches long. I don't know why that highlighted, but don't worry about it. 3 inches long. Okay. Hit my space bar, make sure my orientation's good. So I go there, go front view. There's my front view. There's my isometric view. Alright, so let's keep working here. We got another diameter at 100 thousandths. So we're going to do the 75. Sketch. Okay, now we have this portion, alright, so which extends from here to here. So you have to do a little bit of math now. You have to take this number, which is the overall length of the part, or I can show you another way to do this, and that you don't have to do the math. You can basically say it's being referenced from that. Okay, so we have the 1 inch diameter, and based on the print, we have 4.9. So then when we add the 7, the 0.1, 7 and the 0.1, add it to 3, that's 3.8, and we add it to the 1, that's 3.9. So we take 4.9 minus the 3.9, and so the length from here to here is 1 inch. So when you extrude this guy, so we're going to go features extrude boss base, and you're going to extrude that at 1 inch. And then accept that. Alright, so you almost got the whole part modeled. The next thing we want to do is add the thread. The threads, you can do that a couple different ways, but since they added the thread feature in there, so to put the thread in there, you go up to Insert, Features, and then it's under Thread, and then this menu over here will pop up. So it says Thread. Thread location, you pick this edge, and then you go End Condition up to Selection. So, and you can do these a lot of different ways. So I selected this face for up to selection. The type of thread is an inch die, and it's a 1/8. Alright. Now, oops, I'm changing my numbers here. Typically when you thread something, you have a thread that starts. You don't want to start right on that edge. You want to feed that thread in. So that's why I used an offset at a 1/4 inch, so to start the thread outside of the part. And then you accept that, and there it should be. There's your thread. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do how to get this chamfer on the part. And all that is a cut revolve. So if you look at all the specifications of 45 degrees, but you have to look close at the part and at the end here. Notice how this circle becomes tangent to that. So you're not going very deep, you're just breaking that edge. So as we go here, you're going to start that in a plane that is perpendicular to the part. So you would start that on your top plane. So I'm going to start a sketch on my top plane. And all I'm going to do, basically what you're doing here is you're sketching the cutting tool that's going to cut this. And this may be counterintuitive to you, but that's fine too. I mean, this is a good learning experience. So again, here's your cutting tool. I'm going to put some dimensions on there. I'm going to apply a dimension from here to the origin. I'm going to say that's going to be 0.5 just because I've done this long enough, I know. And we know that that's got to be 45 degree cut. So I put 135 degrees in there. Now, right now, it will not cut will not cut the part. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit just so that's nipping that. And I want to show you how this works. From here, I'm going to view some temporary axes. So let's view temporary axes. So I have an axis to select. So under features, I want to go into revolve cut. And its axis of revolution would be this, would be my axis of revolution. And there's my cutting tool. So then you accept that and you take a look at what your feedback is. So I'm just nipping them. So I'm going to move that sketch a little bit down and then accept that again. Now that's too much. So again, I will back that up a little bit. Alright, so you're just going to play that with that a little bit till you get basically what you want. Just a little bit up, and that should be it. It's hard on my monitor here. Okay, so there you go. Go back to our part. We pretty much have everything modeled at this point. Oops. So everything is modeled in there, and then from this point now we will create our drawing. All right, thanks for watching.